Alrighty, then we get started now. Alright, well, welcome back again. This is friend and teacher again, teaching you some more programs today. We do some basic input commands tonight. Um, should be quick, easy, and little fun. Um, okay, good. We're live now. Um, so today we're going to cover the input command, and how this works is go back a little bit from yes, last lesson, the only lesson I have so far, and talk a little bit about we finished up doing last time was basically doing a little bit of arrow and some repetitive functions, repetitive commands to make you do a string command and double the string command and large string command, moving stuff around and just basically getting it in the correct line of that you want up, right? Um, so with that being said, we now I'm gonna show you the last part of the program. I asked you to do is to write your own little piece of code, your own shape, your own how you say, like instead of an arrow, um, make your own. And I did one of my own, so I can show you what mine looks like, and then see the differences we talk about in this one first. So let's start with that. Let's start with the what um what I did. So here's my code. Um, obviously I commented out. Let me zoom in here. Oh, that was too big. Hmm. Let me see if this is a good enough size. I have to make it a little bigger probably. Come on, work with me here, work with me. A little too big. Okay, there we go. Now we don't have to see files. Great. Alright, so um, here's the what I did. This is my instead of an arrow, I made my own. Um, let me comment this last line out. We don't want this last one. So we run this one, and this one gives you a square. So I did little arrows, little squares, and I use a lot of the functions that we learned last time, using the end command to. So this basically does the plus sign, those ones, plus 10 stars, plus 10 times, and you have underscore. So it's 10 times underscores plus and plus, right? So what happens is it's gonna do this plus 10 stars plus, sorry, this times 10 underscores plus a star. So it's this right here, 10 underscores, this, right? And then we're going to do this again, but we're going to do it to going downwards, right? So it's going to do downward here. Then you're going to go all the way across, down at the end. So here's the function to do the downward lines. This one, a function, what I call it, the function, but. And here's the one for the bottom line. So the first and third line, the second and third line here are the same. They add the plus, 10 underscores, plus, plus, 10 underscores, plus. And then we have the ones that go straight down. So, and this is not really straight down, it's basically making that line here over and over again. So you repeats that line over and over again. So here's what we have, like the times functions here. So we have this, if we were to do, let's say here, change this number to 2 and run the program, what you're going to get is a smaller box. You only run it twice. See? And if you were to run it 20 times, you get it a long box. Same thing here. Same thing happens over here. So we're adding 10 here. If we were to do, let's say, do 15, your box that one line goes over. But see, these didn't go over because you didn't put the space over. So this would have to be here at 15 to match. Now let's actually move over that. And now the bottom one, 15. And our box got bigger. All right. So these are a little cool functions that let us do um, interesting things to our programs. So now, moving on. So that's my example. So I was just showing you this is just showing this is a string times 10. So string would be whatever the string is times 10. So here the example, the string is space times 10. So string being the what you're putting in there. So if this is a different one, this would print 10 stars across. So if I added this at the bottom of this, right? Oh, well, I printed the word string times 10 instead of doing it the wrong way. So I'm sorry. So you would do string outside. See, I made a mistake because I wasn't when I typed this the first time. There you go. So now it gives you error. So there's something about string times 10 type error unsupported command non-typo. So we can't print that. Oh. Could we put it in the parentheses? My fault. So here's print string. But let's say we just wanted what I wanted to do actually was this. Was print stars. And now we put 15 up there, so we put 15 stars. And now we have 15 stars across the bottom. Now you wanted to put a space in the beginning like this, and then it actually will print all like that too. Repeat it 15 times. So string variables, string functions help us with this illustration. So that's just from last week, just to catch up a little bit here. You go through look through the code and analyze a little bit and figure it out after a couple of tries there. Now, excuse me. Um, moving on from that, let's let's talk about what we'll talk about today. So until up now, we've only done basically print commands, slash commands, a lot of printing, a lot of um, basically giving the computer what it needs. Know what? Yeah, we asked the person ourselves, the user, basically what the user want, what the user looking for, um, and that's the issue we have here, right? So like, how do we get input from the user? Well, it's pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot of figuring out if you've seen any of the code so far that we've just practiced with. Um, and so we start with a simple command. How do you talk to the computer? It's simple. The command is input. Our input command. Input what? What do you mean input? Input is just input? Well, you have to give it a little bit of idea what you want to do when you're inputting. Because I just put input run, a little prompt. I could put that, and that's it. Nothing happens. So nothing is really. You have to have some kind of conversation with the person you're trying to input. Um, so a simple input. Okay, let me do this one here. So here's a better idea. So let's take commands that we've done before, right? So here's a couple of things that we've done before. So here's a hello out there. I'm your computer. Well, what should I call you? What should I call myself? And then we made a variable called computer name. And I don't like using capital letters for variables sometimes because it messes it up a little bit. So let's just make these all lowercase so we don't have an issue. Remember, everything is case sensitive here, so this will be easier. So hello out there, I'm your computer. What should I call myself? Computer name input. Print the next line. Computer name. Really? What should I call you? Username input. Print hello username. Hello username. I am at your service. So what is this going to produce? So if we run it, you say hello out there. computer name. What should I call myself? And there's a little blank here, it's waiting for your input. So I'll call it happy. Hello, happy. Really? What should I call you? I'm gonna call myself Mr. Valdez because that's what I call myself here. Hello, Mr. Valdez. I am happy at your service. So it makes a little nice little tool there, a little semi-funny thing, I guess. So um, these are so input command is very simple. You're just basically gonna ask for an input, and then once you input into a variable, it's gonna go in the variable, and you can use the variable somewhere else. So this username, same thing. There's a little easier way to do this though, because this is a lot of code. You'll be print this, print that. Um, Not the same exact code. You can make it better, but quickly you could streamline some coding by using um, the input part of it. So I'm gonna put a couple blank prints. Well, actually, you know what? Let's comment this out so we don't have this noise anymore. Sorry if you hear my keyboard in the video. Okay, so we'll add this lines here. Let's put some space between it so I don't mess up. So here's a little bit different version of it. That's why I got these capitals. I don't want to confuse the other one. So if we run this one, it's gonna say hello out there. What should I call myself? Dot dot dot. It's waiting for an answer. I'll call it happy. Oh really? Hmm. What should I call you? It's rather than. Hello, Mr. Valdez. I am happy at your service. So same output at the end. Um, just less lines and only one print command, and you do kind of streamline the whole thing in the situation here because now we have computer name. Take the input right into the computer name, and then write the thing because input can print out whatever you tell it to print out in the middle. So input has a combination of a command here because it can use it replaces the print. Now the last line, because we want to take an input, I just printed it out, right? Um, and those things are interesting. So, but there are there are some issues sometimes, and this is where we come into some issues. So we'll talk about real quick, um, and that is formatting and what is getting inputted. In a previous lab, I asked you guys to change float numbers into floats. The reason being that our um, floats are obviously different than regular integers. So um, when you do the command input, you're actually taking in an input, which makes it a string. You're actually taking letters. Even if you put numbers in, it's taking converting it into a string, which means that actually it can't actually do math with it because it's not what it's supposed to do. So an example of that would be here. So this is a simple math problem. It's going to take a number in, anything, input a number, something equals anything times or to the power of 2, to the power of 2. Print anything to the power of 2 is something. Great. So this would say, let's say you put the number 5 in there, it should give you 5 to the power of 2 is 25. So we run it. Give me a number, 5. We get an error. And the error being because this is inputting a string. So you're giving a string, so it's telling the computer 5. Well, 5 is considering 5 like I want to say the most easiest is a string or a combination of characters. And it says this is a character 5, not the number 5. And that means that it can't actually do math on a character. So how you would change that? It's actually very, very simple. You would tell it the input's going to be a float. So before input, here, you tell it float. So you're telling it, listen, I'm going to get something in here. It's going to be a float. Um, so it's a number. Now the other option you can also use is the word is int. Telling it it's going to be an integer or a number. Now because we're going to multiply it times the power here of 2.0, we kind of want to stick with the same format and we're going to use float. And let's see what happens this time. Oh, what happened? then it tells me this is wrong here. Oh, I forgot parentheses. See? Oops, not that one. Over here. There you go. Alright. So let's run this. Give me a number, 5. 5 to the power 2 is 25. Now, you see how this kid 0.0, because you put a float, it's going to put it in there. So, maybe we don't want a float, and we want an int here. Because we want trying to give back the number we put in, right? So let's try int instead. Try it again. 5. 5 to the power 2 is 25. Now, the issue here is we're still outputting a 25.0. You can, if you want, just delete the 0.0. Don't make it a float. If it's more neater, or make both floats, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you, the math now. Now, somebody might ask, what happens, well, if you're using an int, you do this? Well, we just try it. I'm very much you guys will just try things and see what happens, right? Same thing. It doesn't know what the 5 is if you change it to it. So it doesn't matter that it's a float or not a float, just that it doesn't know what the number actually is. Alright, so moving on. So we can start doing some simple math with this stuff. And here's we're gonna end the session with a simple math problem for you guys. And then, so one of the simple things that sometimes you want to do is solve mathematical problems without going into making sure a number is valid or a number is not valid. Let's do a simple program which everybody should know from their math class already, right? So um, a, that's a. Let's take a number in for a. What a float input, and we'll say we'll use a command here. Input the first leg length. So maybe you understand where I'm going when I'm done with this, but let's take in b equals float input. The reason I'm typing this out is so you can see that sometimes that the typing, not the best typer sometimes, but sometimes we also make mistakes as we type, so it's always good to type everything out and not just copy and paste everything all the time, because it does give you a better understanding what you're typing in. Like for instance, I'm very bad at spelling, so you could tell because I spelled length wrong twice. See? But at least now I know it's spelled wrong. See, I went back. I forgot a colon here. Why I put the colon here so it looks like they're waiting for an input instead of just a blank page. So what will be the next part? Here we're going to just get a solution. We'll take the two legs and figure out what the, we'll call it H is. Mysterious H. Well, even though we know what mysterious H is already, right? Hopefully. H is going to equal, oh, sorry. We have to do all that. Well, we just print out the answer. We have the two sides when you're ready. I'll just print out the word that I tell you how I was supposed to. I actually wrote it down on the side because I'm very bad at spelling hypotenuse. You need to figure it out by now. That's what we figured out. Hypotenuse. Length. Spell length again. Length is, so what is the length? Well, the length is going to be a mathematical formula. So if you have to remember your math class, right? So usually, I'm gonna write down here. So it's, I'm gonna write it in the little freaky. It'll be is a squared, right? Plus b squared plus c squared. Right? No, sorry. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's usually the program. Um, so that's usually the program that the formula for hypotenuse. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? And then we take the c over here, square root it, and yada yada yada. But we can't really do that because there's no real square root here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do the math and make it funky. I'm gonna give you the solution here, but you can try to figure it out yet later if you want. So a, you square a by doing two stars, right? My stars squared, not that part, plus. Now, usually you have to worry about other operations, but because multiplication is going to be first, it works out fine. B squared. Now we do need a parentheses here though, because this is the first part, right? And then we would then put this over a number. So now we'll put it over c squared. So square root is usually you can do it you can do it this way. You can do if you and you can figure out the math yourselves. 0.5, which is a half, right? So and this formula here will give you the hypotenuse. So now we want to run this, and we'll do the first one is 3, second one is 4, and there's a problem. A is not defined and B is not defined because it is capital not lowercase. So two ways to fix this is either change the A's here, or change the here there. I'll do it up here just because we want a capital and a capital B this time. Let's try it again. 3, 4, 5. Now, obviously, because we divided by multiply by this 0.5, you're gonna get a number here. Now they're floats, so it doesn't really matter. You can type in here 3.5, 3.6, and 47.5, and you're gonna get a number. So it doesn't really matter if you type it a floor or not. This equation does not take into account though if you do this 0, 2, right? Because 0, when you do 0 squared, you get 0. Well, you can do 0 actually. I think what I'm saying. Let me see. It doesn't do 0 0. Yeah. See, so I mean it works, so you're fine. But it doesn't check if you're doing like let's say put joke, it crashes. You could actually put a check later on. We can figure that out later how to do a check for that. All right. So um, this is gonna come to the end of the actual little sample that I have for you guys, just to explain to you a little bit about the input. And we're gonna have a couple input assignments. Nothing too difficult or too hard. We already did the hypotenuse. It's great. I'm gonna make your own evaluation. I'm gonna pick another function. So for the first thing is write your own code to evaluate a function, some other function. Another task is to use this kind of functioning to prepare a time clock situation. So the main task, and I'll put it here for everybody, is going to be this. Is the hard one, which is to prepare simple code to evaluate end time of a period time, a given number of minutes, start time, or per hours in minutes. So basically, you take a function, and even if somebody's going to give you a starting time of an event, and you have to put in the ending time of it, when's the event going to end. So I'll give you the time is, to say the event starts at 12 a.m. and it ends 2 hours later. You have to figure out it's going to end at 2 a.m. So that's the idea. But if somebody puts in the event is going to run, you know, 400 hours. That's calculate how many days is that, how many times that, what time will it be 400 hours from now, right? That's the idea. All right. Well, with that, I will sign off. I will let you guys go for now. And hopefully I do one more lesson this week, and we should be all great. Any questions, anything else? Just like I said, same as always. Email me, let me know, and we'll work on it. Okay.